Hi, I'm Paris, and this is Pierre, the next day of Pierre Week. Are you enjoying your week? He says he's enjoying it. Today we're going to try out a little medical test. Oh no, don't listen about this. It's actually not at all painful. It's a urine test that checks some general wellness characteristics for your pet.
EpicReviewGuys.
Thank you to the people at PetConfirm for sending us out this little kit of tests to try out. There are 2 test strips in here, and I'm going to capture Pierre's urine. Yes, I am Pierre. That'll be tomorrow morning. This goes for just over $20, and it tests basically for diabetes, kidney disease, and a urinary tract infection. I'll put a link to this right below the video. So it's as simple as capturing the urine from your dog or your cat. Now, if you need an easier way to do that, they will also sell you separately, but they sent us along. Thank goodness. They also sent along for us this little capture piece. It's a little bowl on an extendable handle, and you capture the pee in this. I think they've also included some plastic gloves in case things get messy. Pierre promises not to be messy. So I'm going to capture the urine sample tomorrow morning with his first pee of the morning, because I know he'll run out the door and I won't have to chase him around or take him for a long walk waiting for him to pee. We're going to get this over with quickly, correct? Pierre's being so well behaved. I'm truly surprised. Maybe the thought of doing a medical test has him a little upset. I know how you feel. They always worry me too. Yes, I'm out here too, but not to play. You don't want to know about that. All right, here we go. Should I be on the left side, the right side? I don't know. Am I bothering you? I'm sorry. Don't be shy. Okay. There we go. I got plenty. Well, I got the sample, not without a little bit of spilling. Probably should have put on the included plastic gloves before starting the whole process, but now I'm ready to do the laboratory work. Here are the instructions. It's pretty simple. You dip a little test strip into the urine and wait a couple minutes and then check the colors. So it's explained here. There's a card included with your color chart, so you can see if there are any positive results that you would want to bring to the attention of your dog's veterinarian. There are 2 test strips included, which I like. You can test at different times, a few months apart, or what I imagine happens sometimes is it's hard to see, is that a green or yellow color on the test strip? If you're not sure, you can wait a couple days, run the test again in order to get more accurate results. I have the test strip package now open. I'm ready to dip that into the urine. I will put the gloves on before doing this. The one thing that bothered me about the collection process, when you get the sample collected and you hold it, it's warm. And I worked for a short time in a bone marrow transplant unit of a veterans hospital. I was a data clerk kind of person, but occasionally the nurses in a hurry would hand me a collected sample, urine sample or stool sample, to send down to the lab for analysis, and which was fine, except that it was so warm. It was body temperature, which of course it was body temperature, but every time that bothered me. So dog temperature is even higher than human temperature, if you didn't know that. Here we go. Great aroma. I only needed 2 or 3 milliliters. Pierre provided an ample sample. Now, I was going to time it on my phone. I can't activate the fingerprint sensor. Here's the cute little test strip with a little paw thing on the end. That's covering the exposed portion. So I'm going to pull that off. You can see, well, I'll show you up close, the 3 little test portions of the strip. So all 3 tests are included right here. All right. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1008, 1009, 1010. Okay, what that allowed to happen is the material soaked up the pee basically and pulled it up to each of the 3 test strips. I'm going to let my timer run, so when it gets to 2 minutes, then I'll do the comparison with the colors on the test chart. I'm afraid to touch anything. I don't know what I might have urine on. Oh. Okay, it has been 2 minutes. The colors have filled in. Let me show you this up close. All right, so this side over here, these colors are the negative results, and these are positive if you see any of those. And then you can see the colors I got in the strip. They all match, to my eye, pretty closely with negative results. So Pierre is good for his general health. I seem to be getting pee on everything now, so I take these gloves off. The very bottommost one, looking at it, and of course as time goes by the colors can change and it's not as accurate. It had a little bit of a green tint to it. That's the protein. And that one I've read, the first pee in the morning, sometimes there can be a little bit of protein, but I still think his color matched most closely to a negative result. That's right, you do this. So whatever's on the outside of him stays away from you. I remember now. There is a second test strip. There isn't a second pair of gloves. I guess you just rinse out the vial and reuse it if you don't think that's too vile. So we had no reason to expect that Pierre had any medical problems. This is just sort of if you have your dog do a well check at their vet once a year, maybe after 6 months, especially when they get older, you could run a test like this just to catch something sooner rather than it be the better part of a year that they might have something that's developed. And because they didn't show any symptoms and because they weren't in for a blood test or a urine test, nothing was detected, it'd be better to catch it sooner. At least that's what my doctor tells me about why I have to go in every 6 months. So this single test cost about $10. It's quite a bit less than the fee to have the vet do the urine sample and do the testing. So if it's something you need to check on an ongoing basis for whatever the health reason is with your pet, this is certainly a less expensive way to do it. And you get all the enjoyment of chasing your dog around with this. Thanks again to PetConfirm for sending us out this test kit. It's very interesting. If you're interested in picking one up, we'll have a link to where you can right below this video. Now, it does work for cats too. I don't even know exactly what they're saying about the urine collection. However, it's with clean gravel or non-absorbent litter. So I'm assuming if you have a cat, you know what that means. And I'm thinking it means they do their business and you scoop the stuff up. Unless you're supposed to put that in here and try to get it under your cat. Don't know about cats. What will Pierre and I be up to next on Pierre Week? Well, you can keep checking back for that video, or you can click that little bell icon down there somewhere next to where it says subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. That way you'll get notified when our videos go up. See you on the next review.
What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches our video.